Oh.
Thank you. Former President Bill Clinton once said, "Mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of, but the stigma and bias shame us all." While this is significant to anyone who suffers from mental illness, it is especially significant to teens who are suffering from it. When teens have feelings of depression, anxiety, they feel like they have to starve themselves or make themselves cute, they are told they are overreacting, seeking attention, or instead of telling anyone, they choose to hide it because no one will care anyway. The reasons why mental health is deteriorating in teens is due to the stress, social media, and life at home. As a teen, you face enormous stress due to pressure from school, work, and your social life, and it can all be too much and very overwhelming. As a teen, you're just learning how to become an adult, and trying to manage all of these things at one time can be very stressful and take a toll on one's mental health. You have to go to school, and in order to go to school, you have to do lots of homework, and you have to graduate to be able to be successful in the future. You also have to start paying for things. Your parents want to show how responsible you can be, so you start paying for your insurance or whatever, so this means you have to get a job. While having to go to school and having to have a job, you also have to maintain a social life if you want to be in. This requires going to parties and going to hangouts, and sometimes it's all too much to do all three at once. This can cause a loss of sleep. And if, in most cases, they're too focused on going to school and getting their homework done and going to a job, they will take away parts of their social life. Some friends don't have to deal with this stress, so they will block out these people, and because of that, this can cause the people who are suffering to isolate themselves. Another reason why mental health can be such a big deal is due to social media. Whether it's staying up late, texting that boy, or having an argument with your best friend, or staying up on Instagram or Snapchat and comparing yourself to other girls or boys, or even worrying about your status. Are you cool? Are you not so cool? It's all very detrimental to one's mind. It can make them self-conscious. Social media makes this easier. It gives you the perfect opportunity to see what's going on in other people's lives and how they make themselves appear and what they're doing. And you compare all of this and you start overthinking about what you're doing or how you look, and this makes you want to change yourself. It can all just build up, and eventually it can make one explode. It can also make you feel like you aren't enough. If you are constantly worrying about your status on Instagram, one thing you might look at is how many likes you get. If Bobby is getting 500 likes and you're getting 100 likes, you might not feel as cool as him, so you're going to start doing things that aren't as good to become cool. It can be very damaging to one's self-esteem. Life at home is one of the biggest struggles. One of the most important things teens want to do is to show their parents they are responsible and that they can handle being an adult. But when parents don't give teens the acknowledgement they deserve and they find them as a disappointment, it can make kids want to give up. One of the hardest things to do is impress your parents, and not impressing them can make teens want to give up. Also, at this age, teens are going to parties. They're going to experiment with drugs and alcohol, and when their parents find out, they ground them instead of talking to them about the dangers or consequences that follow from these things, and therefore it creates a lack of trust between a child and a parent. When a child goes to a parent and tells them that they are having abnormal feelings of depression, or they have too much anxiety, or they think it's not normal what they're feeling, and the parents disregard it as just stress, or you're just tired, go to bed, then it can make these kids feel like they can't confide in their parents, and therefore they're left all alone with these feelings they don't think are normal. It's clear why this is a growing issue. Teens don't know how to handle all of this stress at this age, and most of the time, if they are really feeling these things and they think it's a real thing, they're going to hide it, because now every day, everyone is depressed and everyone has anxiety, so there's a stigma behind it that they're lying just to get through the day. Most people will just ignore them or tell them they are overreacting or just stressed, and because of this, it really can take a toll on a child. Whether it's long-term or short-term or situational, kids can really be feeling these things. Maybe it is overreacting or just stress, but be there for your children. The reasons for this is stress, social media, and life at home. All of these factors are inevitable. There's nothing you can do to control the amount of stress in your life. There's nothing you can control about what goes on at home or social media. All of these things are going to be brought up as a teenager. It's never going to change. So, next time you see a friend, a sibling, a parent, or anyone in a situation where they may be depressed or have anxiety or have an eating disorder, lend your hand to them and help them out, because sometimes people don't know how to help themselves when they are struggling. So it's up to us to help those people in their time of need. Thank you.